Ladies, your spiritual connection and your heightened discernment and wisdom is going to be the most protection you will have against all forms of evil, including jealousy, envy, and people who come against you, spiritually attack you. When it comes to jealousy and envy, I strongly believe that these things are often related to spiritual attacks against women. A spiritual attack from a woman against another woman often shows up in the form of jealousy, envy, and all out outrage. There's something about being a spiritual woman. If you are spiritually connected to God, if you have the Spirit of God on the inside of you, in my opinion, you have to expect to be attacked more than any other woman on the planet when it comes to jealousy and envy. There are some women, there are some people in general, but I speak to women. There are some women who are so wicked, so demonic, their energy is so dark, their spirit is so dark, they cannot tolerate being around a woman of God. They can't tolerate being around a spiritual woman. Your heightened discernment, your wisdom, your good old common sense will rub a jealous, envious woman the wrong way. She will be absolutely irritated by your presence. She will be irritated by your speech. She will be irritated by how you carry yourself as a woman. And it's strongly because light and darkness tend to clash. Someone with a jealous, envious spirit that has gone unchecked, meaning they don't have a handle on it, those type of people are very dangerous. Not everyone who deals with jealousy and envy is an absolute threat, because these are normal emotions and we all have felt them from time to time. But unchecked jealousy and envy, people who thrive in that and have made that their personality trait, they've made being a hater their character, those people are very dangerous, and they often come against spiritual women. Why do spiritual women, women of God, women of faith, women who have a spiritual bent, a moral bent, get attacked so much by jealous, envious women? Number one, it's because the light you carry. The light you carry is divine. And a divine feminine woman, a woman who has the Spirit of God on the inside of her, a woman who meditates, prays, focuses on spiritual matters. Demons, demonic forces, wicked women, people with a wicked personality, a wicked spirit, they can sense that. Just like in spiritual times where the devil was conflicting with God, this is the way it is with people today. Spiritual attacks are very much real. And when it comes to women clashing and not getting along with one another, such as the girlhood being broken, the sisterhood being broken today, I strongly believe it is a spiritual attack. When women are so dark in their energy, when they have allowed society to program them into believing that being masculine, that being savage, that being more mean and miserable and treating people wrongly, mistreating people is somehow showing that you're a grown woman, that's darkness operating. And when you are a feminine woman, when you are a woman who is spiritually grounded, you have a relationship with God, when you focus on positive things, when you work on yourself, when you like positive light, positive energy, when you like to be around people who are positive in nature, a woman who sees you radiating in all your positivity, in your light, in your spirituality, they do not like that. These are your women who often come against you and take your kindness for weakness, because they perceive you as being weak because you're a spiritual woman. Spiritual attacks come from people who want to put out your light. People who do not have a relationship with God, in my opinion. People who do not have any spirituality or morality about themselves, they will absolutely be jealous and envious of the woman who does. Because with having spirituality, with having that feminine softness, with having that heightened discernment, with having that wisdom, comes peace, comes opportunities, comes relationships. It comes with so many blessings that jealous, envious people are not able to obtain because they operate in darkness. When a woman is operating in darkness, when she sees everyone as her enemy, when she's easily threatened and intimidated by other women, she can never be a girl's. This is often the women that you have to be very careful around. You can't leave your drinks around them. You can't leave your stuff around them. You can't leave your man or people you know around them, because people who are jealous and envious of you, and it comes in the form of a spiritual attack, they look to attack you, and they will attack extensions of you, be it your family or things that are dear to you. Spiritual attacks in the realm of jealousy and envy amongst women, this is a very real thing that some women take for granted. They take it very lightly. They take it as if it's not a big deal. And it starts with that monitoring. And it took me a moment to really realize what monitoring was. I was familiar with it, just not the term. But monitoring spirits and people who sit back and watch you with the intent to bring harm against you or to distract you in some way, that is absolutely real. That's also another form of spiritual attack when it comes to jealousy and envy. What exactly is monitoring, or those monitoring spirits? I truly believe that when a woman sees another woman, she doesn't speak to her, but she stares her down. I know all of us as women have been in this situation, and it's very uncomfortable to be in. And I'm not saying a woman stares at you or looks at you in passing. I mean a woman, every time she's in your presence, she's just staring at you as if she wants to stare into your soul. She never speaks. She never says a word. And then when you get close to her, she tries not to make eye contact with you. But as long as she sees you from afar, she's watching your every move. You often see these kind of things happen in the workplace or anywhere where women are in strong community, where there are a lot of women gathered together. You'll often see a woman who sees another woman having a good time. She's having a conversation. She's minding her business. And afar, you'll see a woman just staring at her like a death stare. Like they say, if looks could take you out of here, they would. It's that kind of stare. A woman who is jealous and envious of another woman and often seeks to do her harm, it automatically oftentimes starts with that intense, aggressive staring. And I know some people might say, that's no big deal. Why are you worried about stuff like that? That's not a big deal, you know. No, that's an absolute big deal. Anytime you come into the presence of a woman who never says a word to you, but every time you turn around, she's staring at you like she wants to take your head off. That is a thing, and that's something that you have to be aware of. A lot of women don't even realize when women are reading them down. Women are actually, in my opinion, and I know this might sound odd to some people, but when it comes to spiritual things, demonic things, some women, they look at you as if they're trying to put some kind of spell or some kind of curse on you. And witchcraft is very much real. And while I believe that the power of God can supersede all of that, that doesn't mean that demonic people in their jealousy and envious rage against you won't try to bring you down in some way. And that's why you have to be mindful of the people that you have around you, because spiritual attacks are real, and jealousy and envy, people who are ready to crash out over their jealousy and envy, these are often people who dabble in witchcraft and the dark arts to try to come against you. That's why I believe you have to stay so closely connected to God so that you're able to combat that when those spiritual attacks come. But then also when it comes to spiritual attacks and jealousy and envy, especially in the workplace, and if you're in school or wherever you're around a lot of women, you have to be mindful to make sure that you keep the meditation of your mind pure and clean, and remind yourself of who you belong to. Because a lot of these women, when they are trying to spiritually attack you, it will often come in the form of insults, unprovoked insults. You always notice that women will attack another woman when she is feeling her absolute best. Anytime you're feeling your absolute best and somebody comes in to attack you, in my opinion, that is a spiritual attack. Because people, again, the darkness and the light, people who operate in darkness, they can tell when somebody has light on the inside of them, when they have the Spirit of God on the inside of them. And I can tell you, women get very jealous of women who are spiritual because they know they have the backing of God on their side and that they believe that way. So there's very little that they can do or say to shake them. When somebody can't shake your confidence, when you're a strong woman, I'm going to use the term strong woman in this regards. Even though I don't necessarily like the term strong woman, I'm going to use it in this regard when it comes to being spiritually and mentally strong. Women who are trying to spiritually attack you, they're very dark and they're trying to come against your light spirit. They like to attack you because they understand that you have God on your side, and the devil is always trying to take down a child of God, a woman of God. But when you know that you're so spiritually grounded, so spiritually rooted in what you know and believe, they get even more jealous, even more envious, even more irritated with you because they know there's nothing they can do or say to crush your confidence. If anything, their jealousy and envy against you just makes you more confident in the God that you serve and the God that you know and the daughter of God that you know you are. See, women who want you to come down to their level and dwell in the darkness, dwell in the gutter, when you don't do that and you continue to smile and thrive and shine, they don't understand how you're able to do that when they're coming against you so hard. But what they'll never understand is that the power of God, when a woman knows who she is according to who God says she is, that's something that the enemy can attack. It's like once you get so spiritually grounded in knowing who you are, there's very little that someone can say to you to make you switch up how you operate. Even if a woman tried to say that you were ugly, you're not smart, you're not this, you're not that, when you know who you are according to who God says you are, they absolutely hate that, and sometimes they even try to attack you even more. That's where being that strong woman comes in. Being a strong woman mentally and spiritually means, number one, spiritually, you stay closely connected to God. And this is a way that you can combat how you can handle jealousy and envy, because I get asked this question all the time in the comments. Some people email me. As a woman of God, as a divine feminine woman, a truly divine feminine woman, because to be a divine feminine woman is to be a woman that is feminine and womanly according to what God says. So if you are a divine feminine woman, the way you can protect yourself and handle jealousy is to, number one, might not be popular, but it's absolutely necessary. And the only way I know, the only way to handle jealousy and protect yourself from jealous people, number one, stay closely connected to God. Because it's only the power of God on the inside of you that's going to help you to stay grounded enough to not care what other people think. It's only going to be your relationship with God and how you pray and meditate and focus on spiritual matters that allows you to look at jealous, envious haters and pity them. But if you don't have a spiritual bent, if you're not spiritually connected to God, anything people say to you will shake you. And that's part of the reason why I don't make these videos about, people, I don't like to paint jealousy and envy in the light as in I'm giving the jealous, envious people power. I just can't do that. I don't care about views. I don't care about likes. I am never going to encourage you to give the enemy more power than what they have. And witchcraft is real. Haters are real. Jealousy and envy is real. But I will never position it as if they have more power over you. They only have the power over you that you give to them. And on this channel, I empower women to not give the devil, give jealous, envious people, haters, people who are miserable and coming against you, we give them no power. So that's why I don't worry about, what do you do if they don't like you, they're trying to come against you? What do you do? What do you do? This is not a paranoia channel. They have no power. You are powerful. We are powerful women. We are wise, discerning, feminine women. And I encourage you to operate in your femininity, in your wisdom, in your discernment to stay on these haters' neck, if you will. So I will never act like jealous, envious people have more power over you, over me, because they don't. And it's because that number one thing, when you stay spiritually grounded, there's very little someone can say to you to shake you, and you understand that the power of God is stronger than the devil. Simple as that. Number one. The number two thing you can do to handle jealousy and envy coming from jealous, envious women is to keep yourself together mentally and physically. Let's start with the physical, since that seems to be the thing that a lot of people likes to talk about. As women, the better you look, the better you feel, the better you take care of yourself physically, the less you will care about what other women have to say about you. If you know that you're keeping yourself up to the best of your ability, you're taking care of your nutrition, you're taking care of your weight, you're taking care of your hair, you're taking care of your skin, you're taking care of your nails, you're doing all those things that make you feel feminine and womanly, you will never feel insecure around another woman or let another woman make you feel insecure. You don't feel threatened by anybody. You are inspired by other women, but you're not threatened by them. Number 3 thing you can do to handle jealous, envious people is to focus on your financial level up. As a woman, to me, making money and focusing on my financial well-being has been one of the things that has made me feel more womanly, feel more powerful, feel more feminine, and feel more secure in myself. A lot of these women, and I know this is the thing that you don't really say out loud, but I'm going to say it. A lot of women are jealous of other women because they're broke, because they don't have their money together, because they're not able to do the things they wish they could, or they see another woman doing, because instead of focusing on getting their money up, getting their finances up, they're hating on the woman who's able to buy those little trinkets and the things that she wants to buy, or go to the spa, go to the gym and do those little things. They're hating on that woman instead of focusing on getting their own. On this channel, we build up women to be grown, feminine queens. Meaning your spirituality, the way you take care of yourself physically, and the way you take care of yourself financially. All 3 of those things are going to make a woman feel a lot more confident so that when she gets around other women, she's not a hater. But jealous, envious women, if they don't have those areas of their lives together and their jealousy and envy goes unchecked, that's when they start mistreating other women. That's when they don't know how to act around other women and they don't know how to be a girl's girls. They just start monitoring, watching, envying, and becoming jealous of everything another woman has when they don't even understand that they themselves could have the same thing if they shifted their focus from being a hater onto being a well-rounded woman. So the number 3 thing that you can do as a woman to level up and to not focus on haters, to handle jealous, envious people, is to focus on your financial well-being. The number 4 thing you can do is to live a peaceful life. A lot of women like to surround themselves with a whole lot of women. And for me, I believe as you get older, as you mature as a woman, that is not something you really want to do on a daily, consistent basis. Being around a whole bunch of women all at once, and again, this might be something unpopular to say, but I'm going to say it. You need the masculine energy. In order to feel, and you don't have to have a man in your life to be feminine or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But there's something about having a balance of the feminine and the masculine in your life. And I know this is a little bit of a deeper video than what I normally do, but I feel like this is necessary. If you want to have a more peaceful life, a more peaceful environment, you can't surround yourself with only women nonstop. All of that estrogen, all of the time, all of that mood and attitude, it's going to irritate the mess out of you. And that's why I often thank God that I only have one daughter, because when we both go through it, especially throughout the month, it's like, my goodness, thank God I only have one daughter. I love my daughter dearly. But the point I'm making is that you need to have a balance of the feminine and masculine energy around you. Don't just surround yourself with women all the time. Be around men also, or be by yourself. You have to shift it. And I'm going to do another video that gets deeper into why that's important. Because as women, yes, be a girl's girl. Have women around you who you find fascinating, who will encourage you. You encourage them. But just for your well-being as a woman, and just so that you can kind of flow in your femininity, you need to be around masculine men as well. Even if it be a father, a cousin, an uncle. If you're married, you know, that's one of the places I believe where you can feel the most feminine, when you are around your husband. But I'm going to get into that more in a later video. But these are ways that you can kind of stay in your feminine energy and handle your haters at the same time. Stay in peace and not let them get to you. Don't surround yourself with only women. It's not good for anybody at all. to be only around women. I said what I said, and I've lived it, and I know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying if you go to events and things like that. I mean in your everyday life, just being around a bunch of women. The reason I say that is because normally in a large group of women, you're going to have, especially today, you're going to have women who all they do is spread toxicity. Unfortunately, a lot of women of today, all they do is spread negativity, toxicity, jealousy, envy, and their disdain for other women. If you're only surrounded by that, it's only a matter of time before you become bitter, miserable, and a hater just like them. That's one of the reasons that you really don't want to just be around women only. But ladies, handling jealousy and envy, and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to make a part 2 to this. Handling jealousy and envy and dealing with it from a spiritual standpoint, that's the reason why you might attract so many haters and jealous people. If you're a spiritual woman and you understand the aforementioned things I just said, that's a lot of the reason why you will be under spiritual attack from jealous, envious people. They see the light on the inside of you, and they see how you operate, they see how you move, and they don't like it. Ladies, don't allow them to mess up your life. Don't allow them to make you feel paranoid. Don't allow them or give them more power than what they have. They have no power over you. They only have the power that you give to them. All right? I know this was different, but it had to be said. Like and subscribe to the channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video to the very end, put the high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.